Hey guys, this is Rome with Rome Knows Tech. Today I'm going to show you something that is amazing, at least in my eyes. This is a solar powered bird feeder with a 1080p camera. It's an entire system. I'm going to show you guys from start to finish how to set this up. Now, this video is going to be a little bit longer than most of my normal videos because there's so many things that we have to go through. But hopefully by the end of this video, you guys will be very confident that you too can set up one of these amazing bird feeders, solar powered with a camera. Yes, let's get started. All right, so let's start off with the actual first thing that comes in your box. You're going to get your starter manual. Now this is important because in this starter manual, guys, you're going to find your QR code for the app that you're going to need to set up the camera. Okay, it comes with a warranty card as well. So like I said, you get a number of different things that come in this box. But let's get to some of the other more important things, because those are the things that is going to probably take the longest for us to set up. So let's move the camera in here just a little bit. Now there is a perch. As you guys can see here, this is just going to mount right here on our little bird feeder. We'll get to that a little bit later. Let me give you a little rundown on the bird feeder itself. In this section here is where you're going to mount your camera. We have our solar panel on the very top of this device, and on the back of it is where you're going to, put your bird feed. This just pops open like so, and you can just drop bird feed into there, no problem, Now this is waterproof. It's going to come with all of your different accessories. You get a lanyard, you get some little restraints. These are like little cables you could use if you needed to secure this, maybe possibly to a tree or something like that. It also comes with your screws and mounts. That's what you're going to use if you're going to mount this directly to a wall, the side of your house, or a pole. And it also comes with the mounting hardware. Now this component right here is very important because this is what the actual feeder connects to. All right, so let's get to our camera. This is a 1080p camera. Now you will have to charge this initially, but once you have it charged up, you'll be able to plug this in right here at the base. And this is going to allow you to be able to utilize this camera, guys, year round. It'll be powered right off of this solar panel. Really nice design. Let's move the camera around a little bit more so you guys can see this. All right, so check it out. So really simple design. You have, let's go ahead and pull this film off. Let's get rid of that. All right, guys, as you can see here, you have your camera, you have your night sensor, you have your two different little metering lights here. One is an indicator light. This also has a built-in microphone. I'm not really sure what the microphone would be used for unless you want to talk to the birds. But, it is a really nice design, very sleek. Yeah, I like this a lot. Now, you're going to have to connect this to the feeder as well as connect the software, right? So we're going to start off with getting this all set up and turning it on and then connecting it to the smartphone app. So the first thing you're going to need to do as far as connecting to your smartphone app, you're going to go to your manual, and in the manual you will find, let's find it here real quick, the QR code. This is the QR code that you're going to need to scan whether you're using an Android device or iOS device, this code right here. So I'm going to use an Android device to set this up so you guys can see how simple this is. So all you have to do on your phone, guys, is you're just going to open your phone and you're going to go to your camera app, okay? Go to your camera app. And then you're going to be able to make sure that you own photo, and you'll be able to just scan the QR code just like this. It's going to go show you the link. You can click on it and you can open the link. It's going to take you over to your app store, and then it's going to allow you to enable, if you already have the app set up. Now I have an app set up, so I'm just going to be updating my app so I'll be able to control this camera. But I wanted you guys to see what the steps look like in order to get it set up. All right, so now it's ready to be connected to this camera. So at this point we're going to go through some of the steps to connect this, and it'll show you here in the manual all the different steps you're going to need to connect this. You're going to have to connect this to your Wi-Fi, obviously, and it just kind of takes you step by step. So let's go here. So we have our app already on here. So if we're going to turn this on, we're going to open up the base, which is the bottom of the camera. All right, guys, so underneath the base, as you guys can see right here, you have a place for your SD card. You have your power connector. That's where this cable right here is going to connect. and you also have your power button. So according to the manual, we're going to push and hold and turn on the camera. So we're going to turn the camera on by just pressing this power button, and you see the camera has turned on. All right, so at this point, we're going to have
to format your SD card first.
So we're going to format the card. So we're going to open the app. All right, so you're going to sign into your account, save your password, and then you're going to add the camera to your setup. So it's ready to be added, so let's get to that.
Connection succeeded.
All right, just like that. Now we've connected to our camera. And we're going to put this one, let's say where we're going to put this, in the backyard. So we'll create one for backyard. And it's asking if this is going to be plugged into power or solar panels. This will be using solar panels. And then we'll just save that information and then go next.
Please use the app to format your SD card first.
And then go next, 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 and finish. All right, so now the camera is connected. So the next thing we're going to do is going to set the camera up. We're just going to plug the camera into our setup, and then we're going to roll from there. All right, so that was the setup process for the smartphone app in order to connect this camera. Okay, so I'm formatting the SD card that's inside of the camera.
Please use the app to format your SD card first.
Okay, so now that we have our SD card formatted, we have our camera set up, now it's just as simple as assembling everything and putting all of our components together. So there's a little tab here at the base, if you guys can see that. What that tab is going to allow you to do is to feed this cable directly through to plug into the camera so that the solar panels will be able to power that. So you can just pop this little tab open. All right, so what I had to do was I took the cable out, and then I fed the cable through this like so that it presses all the way inside, and that's going to keep it watertight. And then what you'll be able to do is now at this point, just snap it in to place, plug it in, and then you can further seal it by pressing down all the way around to make sure that there's no way water can get in. Now this is set and it's ready to go. Now at this point, all we have to do is mount this onto the bracket. All right, so now I have this. Is what it looks like so far. Now, of course, you're going to tighten this up a little bit better, but I want you guys to kind of see how this works. Now, you may have to adjust the cable a little bit just to get the perfect fit and alignment for your camera. And you can also tilt this further down if you wanted to, because that's where you're going to see the birds right here looking, you know, while they're eating here at the base. All right, so that's that portion of it complete. So we have our camera installed. It is connected to the solar panel. The only thing we have left to do is going to be to connect this bracket once we have everything else set up. But before we get to that, we still have to mount our base. Now, this base would be perfect if you're going to be using this to connect this directly to a wall, okay? And that's all done underneath. So if you look underneath here, you see we have these two little holes here, two screw holes, and we have multiple options here for however we want to mount this. So it comes with these little thumb screws, so you could just place this forward or back, however far you want to adjust it, and then take a thumb screw and then just tighten down your thumb screw like so. All right, so we got our thumb screw in there. And what's cool about that is you can further adjust this if you wanted to change the angle, you know, of how this is going to be mounted on a wall or something like that. So now we have pretty much everything set up except for the actual feeder itself. So the feeder, this component right here, it is already pre-cut and it just snaps into place. And we're just going to line this up and we can just press that on like so. All right, so now we have our little perch here where our birds can rest and perch here and eat their feed. And you have your camera set up as well, ready to record them as they come in. All right, so in a nutshell, guys, that's the setup. Now, I'm going to do a separate video on the full installation of this, you know, outdoors in my backyard. But, you know, this video is long enough as it is. So I just wanted to show you guys the basic setup for this. how you can, enjoy the wildlife. Now, this is going to be great for birds, but this can also work for squirrels, because squirrels will come in and eat from these different type of feeders as well. So if you have squirrels, wild birds, and you want to keep an eye on them, want to enjoy nature, this could be a perfect device for you. All right, guys, it's been Rome with Rome Knows Tech, and I will catch you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe, peace. I am out.